Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News. Survivor News.
What is going on? The baby boys have re-emerged and re-apprised for this Survivor News Survivor 50 coverage. We are back. Did you miss us? The baby boys have put our powers together and we are back because we missed y'all. Survivor 50 is around the corner. Let's welcome back to the podcast the man, the myth, Wendell Holland. You might remember him from Winners at War, First Merge Boot. Welcome back to the podcast. What's up with you, Wendell Holland?
I'm doing good, Brice Izyah. It's good to see you. Good to see Jackery. It's good for the baby boys to be backery.
Yeah. And listen, he might be calling your phone, casting you for Traders. One of the casting producers of the Traders. We got the baby boy, Jack Atkins. Was popping with you.
What's up, Brice? Good to be back. Yeah, got a new of my many titles that I'm no longer a Survivor 48 alternate. I'm casting.
We're still early in the season, Jack. We're starting off on a good note.
Appreciate that. I'm so good to be back. Very excited. Like, 50's been on the horizon, but it's felt like it's been on the horizon for like a year because we started podcasting about this a year ago. All of a sudden, yesterday, I was like, we're a week away. We gotta.
I know, and hate to cut you off, hate to start the season cutting you off, but I'm gonna just cut you off right there because Posse, I've been texting, I've been calling the boys, seeing if we can get this draft together, and I had to just call a last minute audible last night.
Jack, can we fact check this, please?
Yeah, I mean, I could pull up. Fellas, big season coming up. You guys want to jump on a call and maybe plan a little bit? Crickets. But
that's Jack. We responded immediately. But again, shout out to our baby boy casting director. He had to get the baby boys together. First of all, Jack, Jack, is there anything you want to say to me or Wendell?
No. It's good to see you guys.
Anything else?
I seriously don't know what you're talking about.
Anything else?
Happy New Year.
Okay, it should be a happy something. We haven't seen
Oh my God. Wait, isn't that tomorrow though?
Bitch, happy Black History Month.
Oh, I was thinking about your birthday.
No.
Oh. I every morning I wake up, I shout it out into the world. And yeah, happy Black History Month.
Thank you, Jackery.
Hey, Jackery, we love you for that.
I've been celebrating. How have you guys been? How's it been going?
Well, it's been a good month. We've been gearing up. Survivor 50 is huge. So Brice and I have been, focused on this next season, and that's that. And yeah, that's that.
We've been locked in for Tour 50, Jack. And Wendell's been trying to cut corners every way he can. So we have to get supplies and do stuff. And we were supposed to purchase something that was $200. Wendell's texted me, I got it for $75. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I got the circular. I clipped the 2 coupons. The lady in the store said it wouldn't work. And then I asked for a minute. Like, so, I mean, Wendell, although he's not acting like he's hype, this man's out here saving coins in preparation.
You spoke to the manager? That's a white history month type of move.
Well, it's Black History Month.
Jack History Month.
So he could do it.
Well, Jack, yes, like Brice said, we've decided to invest in infrastructure, so we're buying things that we don't have to repeatedly buy, and we've been finding some deals, and Brice has been helping me out with the deals. So I'm not the only one looking for deals.
Some
Brice
people
Izyah
call
was
it-
right there with me, talking to managers.
That's what you got to do.
Brice tried to get a price match.
At what store?
He said, "Well, on Walmart's website, this goes for 159, and you guys got it here for 169."
And then they was like,
That's-
but Walmart ships through third. Mind you, I was going off though, because they was like, well, Walmart doesn't ship directly. It has to ship directly through the third party. So it was a lot going on. But listen, Jay.
I mean, that's the life of an entrepreneur. You guys are hustling for deals. I wouldn't call that cutting corners. I'd call that frugal spending.
Listen, I'm not mad. I don't have time to run up Wendell's block to his neighbor's doorstep to get their circular because it has these coupons in it. But listen, we are excited for season 50. It's literally around the corner, and the baby boys are hitting the road for the biggest Brice and Win tour yet. It is a celebration of 10 Brice and Win tours. This is our 10th tour, and we want to spend it with you. We are starting off strong in New York City. From New York City, we are going to Philadelphia, Oklahoma, Montreal, Atlanta, San Diego.
Miami.
But well, this is an old one, so we're not going there. But we're going to a whole bunch of stops, and we want you to join us. We're super excited, and again, it's Survivor season 50, so it's not just us. We got Ozzy on tour too. Ozzy's going to be in Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, San Diego, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles. The fun just doesn't stop there. So if you want to join the road to 50 with Brice and Win and some of our friends and Ozzy, click the link in the Brice and Win Instagram or Twitter, Brice and Win Present, and we will see you there. We are gearing up. Unfortunately, our New York City party is sold out. But the good thing is Tuesday night, Jack, you know, we do a little karaoke. We're going to have Survivor games in the building, and you know, you never know who might pop through.
Brice,
I gotta
let's talk
say,
about that. Hold on.
I gotta say, those Tuesday night ones
That
sometimes more fun than the Wednesday. Like, because Wednesday night, I mean, look, don't get me wrong, it's great to come together with the whole family, but it's a long premiere. You're gonna be watching. It's 3 hours. Tuesday night, you just got the whole night. It's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit, there's karaoke going on. It's more of a party. So, and the anticipation for the premiere adds a whole other level to it. So, you know, if you're like, hey, I'm missing the premiere, but I could come Tuesday, you got to go get your tickets for Tuesday, man.
Jack, let me say about this too. Generally speaking, Tuesdays are like everyone's mixing, mingling. Everyone can talk to everyone. Wednesdays are packed out. You know, it's hundreds and hundreds of people. Tuesdays, like 100 people, and you really get to meet everyone. This Tuesday in particular, yes, we got our karaoke. Yes, we have underground games coming from Boston to bring all the games. But Jack, we've been getting some calls.
mm-hmm.
It sounds like the Survivor 50 folks are in New York City this Monday and Tuesday. And it sounds like a lot of them are going home Wednesday to celebrate with their families.
Yeah.
But if they're in town Tuesday night, it sounds like Tuesday night you're going to see some people in the building, including some big wigs. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm getting major FOMO. Severe lack of Los Angeles on that schedule.
Ozzy is coming to Los Angeles.
I mean, I love Ozzy, but he's no Brice and Win.
Damn, Jackery.
Well,
He's
listen,
on 50.
he's on 50 with a mullet. So listen.
One of those things is cool. I'm playing. Love Ozzy, but you know, I got to see my baby boys. So, but hopefully, you know, you guys got a lot of stops on this tour. I'm hoping you can figure something out.
We need to see you, Jackery.
Tell me about. I don't know if this is going to be the one I'd go to, but tell me what's this? Pull the schedule up.
Okay.
Oh,
I see my favorite NBA team
Ah.
on this. What's going on with the Thunder?
Oh well, we were invited, so we're just gonna stop on. We're gonna stop on over there. You know, our good friend Saul is from Oklahoma City. You know, there's a lot of there's some good survivors around there. So
Chris Hammond.
Chris Hammond. You know who else is out there? Christina,
Oh.
49. You know who else is out there? Who is gonna drive 4 hours to come hang with us? Tori from 41. You know who else is out there? Plenty folks that we can't name yet. But what I will say is Oklahoma City. Last season we did a Sixers game. It was awesome.
Yeah.
This season we were cordially invited to go to the Thunder game, which is awesome.
Yeah, how'd you got? That's
Okay. Saul's the plug.
That's
Saul is
sweet.
the man. So
you
Saul
guys
made
can watch actually a good team play this time.
Listen, I don't care about the team. The britches is coming for the men's.
Who are they playing? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
The Indiana Heat, I think.
Jack, what team is your team?
The Thunder.
Oh, that's your team.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are pretty nice. How are y'all this year?
Good.
Still just as good?
Yeah, I mean, we started like 27-0, and then we've been a little bit more come down to earth. But I think we're still one in the West. I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of regular season, but I mean I follow, but I'm not like a diehard, but I would say I just like the squad, I like the roster. So they got Jared McCain now too. So
yeah.
Y'all could have him.
No, we listen.
Y'all could have him.
Where Jared goes, I go. So listen, I'm with you, Jack.
But you know,
I'm a Thunderbolt.
But Jack, we need you to look at the schedule and pick the city. Maybe San Francisco, maybe Austin.
Pull it back up, guys. Pull it back up, guys. I'll definitely be in Los Angeles.
Again, maybe we can cordially, officially invite Christine Atkins to the first Bryson win.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know what city that you could invite her to New York, but I'm not going to be in New York.
Pull up.
I mean, I'm seeing. I mean, I got Ron Clark invited me last year. We'll see if I get it this year. You know, I wasn't able to come last year, so that might have been my one and only chance. San Francisco looks good, and then Austin and Chicago.
The shot. Well, listen, let's talk about Chicago. Because Chicago is always a fun time. We have amazing people in Chicago, but
we've been waiting.
We decided to move Chicago a little to the penultimate episode. And baby, if you in the Chicago area, you better get your ticket now because Chicago is selling like hotcakes. No, we don't want to update, Wendell. Jack, this is the other thing that has been pissing me the hell off, and I'm going to just air it out now because you're here.
Not too much, Bryce.
We're not going to fight this tour, but the constant updates that Wendell gives me about people buying tickets, and every time someone buys a ticket, Wendell will call or text me about, we got another one. Okay, great. And he about to do it now. Go ahead.
God forbid a guy's excited.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Early birds sold out of Chicago. General admission sold out of Chicago.
Oh!
Last minute tickets are available. We've sold 132 tickets to Chicago.
Wow. Where are you guys at? What's the venue?
Bar Cosina West Town.
And listen, Bar Cosina.
Tell us about this venue, Bryce, now that we're into the springtime.
Well, listen, this venue is amazing, but it has it's kind of like a L faced against the wall. So it's kind of like closed in, and it has this courtyard. Now, mind you, every time we come to Bar Cosina, I am always asking for them they have like these garage doors that face the courtyard. I'm always asking, it doesn't matter if it's spring or winter, to open those gates because the baby boy be hot. But being as though we're going in May, we're hoping that the weather permits where we'll be able to open the garage doors. And so it'll just be one big area. And if that happens, we might be able to release some more tickets. But Chicago is just really shaping up to be that girl.
Chicago's one of it. That's not English.
What you say, Q? What's scrumpsker?
Not too much on Q because our boy didn't even comment on our post today. We were grinding Q up about his language, and he didn't even give us a comment or a text.
Damn.
So I'm going to just go ahead and apologize, Q. Second of all, Chicago's going to be one of those ones, Brice. We've never done a penultimate there. That's going to be a crazy one. And let's not forget again about Boston, hosted with Ethan. That's going to be one of those special ones. So
Ethan Zazen, listen, you know how much I love Ethan. So what are y'all laughing at?
What's his last name?
Zosman.
You just changed it from what you said.
Wait, what's his last name?
Isn't it just Zon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Osman.
Ethan gonna be there, and then I had got a call the other day. I said, when y'all coming to Boston? I said, this date. Person said, let me pull on up. So I be Boston.
Is this somebody on the cast?
Ooh.
I'm not Wendell Holland. I don't.
you don't,
Okay.
You don't keep track.
If loose lips sink ships, all of my ships are floating. But listen, y'all. So Survivor 50, Bryson win 50. It is going to be an epic time. Make sure you get your tickets now because we telling you this is a celebration. We are celebrating all across the country and internationally. But listen, we are here for Survivor 50, which
y'all going right over the Canadian border. We're international.
Listen.
Don't do that.
Listen. We love our North American and Canadian brothers. Again, we listen. Please don't hold what is going on against us. Okay, that is not a reflection on us. And so, yeah, we will go over to our brothers and sisters next door and show them some love. So, Montreal, what's up?
And if y'all want to kidnap us, that's fine. Keep us up there. Secondly, Montreal, Survivor Quebec.
Ooh.
They are all coming out to Montreal, including.
Here you go.
Fine.
Here
you go. What?
Here you go.
He's a name dropper.
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it under wraps.
You just said
the name.
There might be people from Survivor AU versus the World in the building as well.
Oh. Well, let me just.
I wonder who it could be.
Well, Jack, just ask him. It's not hard.
One person from Survivor Quebec that was on it.
Listen here, guys. You know what? I'm tired of you guys guessing. You know what?
Listen, I'm excited
to
go to Quebec because the first time I went to Toronto, Jack, the men looked different. Okay, it was every Toronto man I saw. So I am excited.
These are going to be French Canadians too. It might be a little different for you.
Bonjour. Oh, oui. Okay, listen. So I'm excited, Montreal. So get ready. But listen, we are here because Jack pulled us together. Jack choked us by the chicken.
We're starting off bad news.
It's just like we expect the innuendo, but that was just I was out of left field.
That jerking you by the chicken me. That means you pulled us all in.
No, the hell it does not.
Okay.
That's how Brice asks people if they want to go out and get drinks. Like, y'all want to just choke each other's chickens Friday night and just grab a drink?
Jack, you said it better than he said it. You said choke. Brice said jerk.
No, I did.
Yes.
You did one of each.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yes. Well, let's stop jerking each other's chickens and get into this episode. You're gonna have to. I know whoever that one person is in the comments gonna be like, "You better start the episode."
Okay, listen, we're starting off good. So anyway, we are here. Sorry, was
20
that a
That
cue,
was a
Wendell?
no. That was just me letting the people know. At 20 minutes, we are now beginning the pod, and it's going to be a timely pod because I got yoga tonight.
Jack, Wendell is so slow. So he just said that for the people.
No, for the edit. Well, go ahead, make fun of me.
How they going to know?
They'll know now that we're started.
It's my notes for the.
If you're just tuning in, you just heard the episode, go to 20 minutes because now we're actually talking about it.
just go to the structure.
But Brice, I know you've done that before too. So
Listen.
okay.
We're here. Sorry. We here. 50. Super excited. We have a draft for you today, but you know it's the Survivor News. We don't just do a regular draft, but we'll get into the draft. I am excited for this season. So let me just say this, right? When everything was going on with Survivor 50, we were hearing people weren't getting, like, we was hearing people say that they've been dropped off, and like there was just a whole bunch of other people that could have been here. But now that Survivor 50's here, now we have these cast photos. Now we're seeing some of this stuff. I am really excited. I cannot wait to see how all of this plays out. Just seeing this whole cast together looks amazing, looks monumental. This is a very interesting cast photo that they use. It almost looks AI. I feel like they like cropped people in, but it is definitely the real photo. And so that's just, my excitement for Survivor 50.
I love that Q is front and center.
In the middle. Wait, where is he? Oh, yeah. Sitting on that structure.
This is a good cast photo. I love that Coach is over there ready to go. Yeah, this is a good
stance from Coach.
Yeah.
Do you think that they took this photo or placed them all there?
Did you not hear what I just said? I said it looked AI. It
Yeah,
like
you said that's what it looks, but do you think it's actual AI or what?
It's actually, when you zoom
they
in.
really took this photo.
Okay.
I mean, they used their fair share of not AI, but some of the preseason
filters
graphics were a little bit questionable.
It very much was. You weren't alive during this time, Jack, but it was like early 2000s.
I knew it.
You would go out and like Nightlife Photo would take your photos, and they would like, that's what those photos that Survivor gave was giving us. But again, we're excited. And so then we have like the tribes. Let's kind of go through the tribes and see what the baby boys think. We've got the Orange Tribe, Child.
What's the child about, Brice?
I mean, I just was a play off of the name.
Is it Sela?
The child tribe. Yeah, it looks like Sela.
We've got the Orange Tribe, Jack. Who was on this tribe?
Yeah, we got Joe, Christian, Ozzy, who's, I feel like that look is direct to Brice. That's we got Rick Devins, Jenna Lewis, Emily Flippin, Suri, and Savannah.
Brice actually told him to get that haircut.
I did not. But listen, we're gonna go with it. Ozzy is a legend.
This is a strong tribe right here.
This is definitely a strong tribe. Joe, Ozzy, Savannah, Rick. We got Christian Ubicki on the puzzles. We got Sari, Emily, Jenna Lewis. So, I mean, the Orange Tribe looks pretty solid.
You said Christian Ubicki on the puzzles, but if you recall, he is strong also. Christian Ubicki is like a threat.
True. But I'm with you, Bright. Like, the puzzles we saw in 49 could be make or break. And, I mean, Christian Ubicki might be the best puzzle, one of the best puzzlers of all time. So, he's going to be crushing those.
For sure.
Definitely. And then from the Orange Tribe, we've got the Teal Tribe.
What's their name, Brice?
Hello.
Hello, it's me. It's me you're looking for.
Kilo.
Hello.
Who's on the Teal tribe, Wendell?
I don't have the image up. Jack, I see the three of us. Jack?
Sure. Good acting performance. We got Jonathan Young, Mike White, Charlie Davis, Coach Wade, Chrissy, Tiff, Camilla. Oh, I lost the image. Who's the last one, Wendell? We got D in there too.
Kilo.
Hello, Wendell. You home? Another strong tribe. I mean, you got Jonathan,
Coach, Tiffany,
Chrissy, Charlie,
Camilla. Like, yeah, this might be the tribe. But sometimes I worry with the strong tribes because I feel like they'll put a strong tribe together that might implode, right? Like, so although it might be physically fit, could be interesting. But yeah, this definitely is the tribe. And when we see all of the tribes, this tribe posed, like, clearly they said, let's look tough. Hurrah. So I definitely am liking Kalo. Then we have the purple tribe. Well, and it's crazy because then I don't know, purple, teal, looking at this tribe, they look equally as strong too.
You think?
I mean,
they might be the strongest.
Yeah, I think they're the weakest.
Oh. Well,
they might be the strongest.
Who's on this
I'll
tribe?
call my shot. I think they're the weakest. And I mean, look, love Riz God, but he was nothing special in for the challenges.
Ooh.
Q, you know, on paper, very athletic college football player. He was a disaster tribe in 46. Kyle's solid. Colby's solid, but Colby's a little older. Who knows? And then, you know, they got the women are all pretty solid, but you compare to those other tribes. I mean, any tribe with Jonathan, beast. And then the first tribe, I think, just has the edge a little bit.
Okay, I will kind of agree with you. And I'll also think back to my dude coach's preseason coverage when he was talking about dog walking Colby. It was what was it? What season was that? Was that
Heroes versus Villains?
Yeah. And he was like, I dog walked them to the finish or whatever it was when they were wrestling. And so, you know what? Now that I think about it, Jack, I'm gonna have to go back and say that tribe with Coach and Jonathan and Charlie and Mike White. I don't know how strong he is in challenges, but that might be my strongest tribe right there.
Yeah. And I mean, they'll have Aubrey for the puzzles, but is anyone else on this? We know Rizzo's not going to do the puzzles.
Well, I think Genevieve is really good. I know Kyle is really good. I can't. Stephanie, again, I don't know much about. Is Stephanie a winner? Does she win?
No, she's strong though. But
well, she looks fit. She looks, if not more fit in her original seasons than now. So yeah, Stephanie looks great. So this tribe, it might have this.
Oh, go ahead, Brice. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I won't go on record like Jack and say this is the weakest tribe, but I'll be curious to see. I could maybe see this tribe being the most dysfunctional with Angelina, with Q, with Aubrey.
Also, that I agree.
This tribe
is not like a bona fide disaster tribe, but I do think if I had to guess, I feel like they'll lose the most early. And like you said, I feel like chemistry-wise, they might struggle, which is a factor for sure.
I'm excited to see Kyle and Q on this beach together, first of all. But also, I will say these women, I think this is a strong group of women here compared to the other tribes. I'd almost say this is the strongest group of women. So when we're looking at the fellas, okay, y'all got a lot going on. But when you're looking at the women, I think these women are going to play some Survivor.
Yeah. And when I seeing this tribe, I definitely could see a world where Rizzo and Genevieve, they click up. Like, we know Rizzo works well with people. We saw him with this unbreakable bond with Savannah last season. I could see it with a Genevieve, new to the era. They're the newest people outside of Q and Kyle, but still, like, I could see a Rizzo and a Genevieve. I could just kind of see that locking in together. I am over the moon, ready to see how things are going to shake out. And so we're going to do a little superlative kind of draft-esque for everyone. And so here we got all the tribes together so we kind of get a better look. So physically, I mean, again, just seeing Jonathan tower over everybody, it does say something. Joe looks pretty fit. Seeing like Jonathan and Joe be the anchors of their tribe, and then seeing a Kobe, does worry me a little bit. But I know Kobe is pretty fit. I don't know how old. How old is Kobe? Do we know?
Probably like late 40s, probably.
Okay, so he's Wendell's age.
That's wild.
But that's not old.
That's wild. Funny to say that, Brice, because tomorrow
it is older, not old. But anywho, let's get into this draft. So we're going to break this draft down for you. We got the Survivor 50 draft. So we're going to draft tribe by tribe. We're going to pick.
Graphic.
Thank you so much. The third boot. Okay, because that's very near and dear to our hearts. So from each tribe, we're going to draft third boots. From each tribe, we're going to draft someone that we believe is first to start an argument or a disagreement. We also are then also going to pick first to go hunting for an idol. And with a season like this, I'm curious to see what everyone's going to think. And then from the full cast, we're going to draft, very near and dear to Wendell's heart, the first merge boot, the most underrated threat, the biggest target, the person that's going to attempt the craziest move. And then we're going to each give our winner pick. So I'm excited for this, Survivor News superlative draft.
Yeah.
Got me excited.
Yeah, and I'll say you described it perfectly. Okay. I'll add though,
come on.
It's not like our usual drafts. We're giving you something a little different where in the past we'll do the drafts and there's no repeats. Like if someone picks someone, they're off the board. For this one, it's more like we're picking superlatives. So you theoretically could have the same pick as somebody else.
Do you want to give the backstory behind that, Jack?
I don't know.
Well, because in our discussion with Survivor News, we have babies or a big baby. I'm not going to say no names, but there is a big black baby who couldn't decide. Wanted to go first. And so Jack decided to coddle said baby and said that we could loosen it up. So again, thank you, Jack, for being.
Well, we're just doing a little something different this season.
Revisionist history, I guess.
No, but I like this idea because it expands. We have more categories we can go, and some things. Some of these are a little bit intangible, right? Like the biggest move. Like we don't, you don't necessarily know like what is the biggest move or if what the attempt is. So this is more like your high school yearbook. We're doing the high school yearbook. Most likely too, and that's going to include some of our classic categories. So
okay. Well, all right, Jack. You want to kick us off, or I don't know. It's the third boot. Would y'all mind if I go first? Because it's special to my heart.
Not at all.
Okay, so we're going to start with the orange tribe, teal, and then red. So my pick for the third boot off of the orange tribe, I'm going to go with Miss Jenna for a couple of different reasons. One, she's wearing purple. And two, I know I've seen some of her preseason interviews, and she's not in the loop. like everyone else. And it seems like she might still be holding grudges. So I could see a world where she's not fitting in. And so I could see her as a third boot on her tribe. So that's, that's who I got, Miss Jenna Lewis.
That's a reasonable pick.
Okay.
And do you want to pull up real quick? Do you want to just pull up that tribe photo again so we can recap who's? So this tribe, just to recap for everyone listening, is Joe, Christian, Ozzy, Rick, Jenna, Emily Flippin, Suri, and Savannah. So that's kind of the group we're picking from right now.
And can we talk about Brice's pick a little bit? When I look at this tribe, I see 1, 2, 3. Can I look at the tribe? Thank you. When I look at this tribe, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I see 5 old schoolers and 3 new schoolers?
I mean, yes and no. Because are you considering Christian Ubicki old school, new school,
I'm
middle
considering
school?
Old school against new era. That's what I should say. So old school, anything 40 and before.
I feel like Christian and Rick are sort of that in between. And then I would say Suri, Ozzy, and Jenna are like old school.
Okay. All right. Well, yes, I hear you. But I guess when I'm looking at the cast, I'm looking at I'm considering all the pre-40s as old school. And all because the game changed so much and there is like half of the cast is from the new era. So I'm looking at this whole old school and I'm thinking that they're going to have something. And so then I looked at this tribe and I'm like, all right, it's 5-3. That's how I looked. That's just an observation, how I'm looking at it.
So what's your pick then, Wendell?
So my pick is if you got 5-3 and you have someone that just came off their season and won. So I'm saying Savannah early. Sadly. Or like you don't know her game. You are probably spoiled and know that she won. And yes, she's coming in feeling herself. I'm scared for her very early. I'm scared for Rizzo too, very early.
Okay. Who you got, Jack? Off of the
I've got this. I liked your logic with Jenna, but I've got the same. I've got Savannah. Good picture of me up there. That's from Halloween. I went Savannah. I'm worried about Savannah and Rizzo for a lot of the same reasons, and it's less about their game and more about them being an unknown factor. Where they're this filmed right after 49, like they had like a week and a half in between. No one had seen the season. All they had seen was like the teaser, which had Rizzo referring to himself as the Riz God. That was it. And then Savannah, they don't know. And Savannah's a great player, but even in 49, there was times where she rubbed people the wrong way. Like she wasn't always the best socially. And so I feel like unless you're really like a social magnet, coming in as an unknown is very difficult. And obviously you wouldn't have really had any opportunity to partake in the preseason conversations if there were any. You don't have any familiarity with anybody. So I think that's a big reason she could go early.
If you are Rizzo and Savannah and you just came home and you're going back out there 2 weeks ago, would y'all try to gain as much weight? Would you guys like be eating inshore to like gain weight, or would you just naturally see what happens? I always wonder about stuff like that.
I feel like I'd try to.
I'd just be eating. I'm hungry. I just got off starving for a month. I'm just going to be eating. I'm not going to be like eating everything in sight. I'm just going to be eating until I'm full and keeping it moving.
So then would you consider yourself an eater?
Or a drink.
On to the next tribe.
Okay. Well, then now we are going to the Teal tribe. Just to remind y'all, now we pick a third boot from Jonathan, D, Mike, Chrissy, Coach, Camilla, Tiff, Chrissy.
You want to go first, Brice?
All right, I'll go. I will go. Hold on, wait. Making sure I got my.
Bryce is making the graphic as we speak.
Well, shout out to Jackery for. Okay, so.
Oh,
No, throw it away.
My third boot, listen, I do have Coach, and this is the reason why I have Coach. And I said this before, like, again, I'm excited to see Coach. I hope that he's not third boot, but I feel like Coach is going to be playing a very dominant game. I don't feel like Coach is going to come out here and be like, I feel like Coach is going to come out here and Coach is going to coach. And I feel like that is either going to get him very far in this game, or I could see it kind of ending his journey early. And so I'm just potentially thinking Coach might be a third boot.
No chance.
Wow.
Pull up the tribe. Pull up the tribe. Let's take a look.
That's a hot take.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not mad. Like, Coach does play that type of game where you never really know what you're gonna get. So
I see him getting close with Jonathan.
mhm.
Okay. Looking at this tribe with my same logic, though, I will say there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 new eras and 3 old schools. But okay, that's in your favor, Bryce. But I will say I can see Coach getting in with Jonathan. Coach is very, very, very close with Ben Katzman. Okay. Ben Katzman has a lot of friends on this tribe. Okay. I think I could see Coach linking with a few people on this tribe. I don't see him going third.
I mean, time will tell.
Time will tell. Sorry. I had to go in on you for talking to Blast. We need more.
I'm just saying, with the big personality, you just never know how it might happen.
I respect the honest journalism coming from you.
Thank you.
We need a long.
Wendell, who you got?
Who I got?
Yeah.
Well, I have, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it because this person is a challenge beast and a good friend. But I'll say I think I got Chrissy.
Oh.
And again, Chrissy's a friend. She is so strong, but I think that I just see so many other connections on this tribe, and I see her as someone that's not as connected with the group.
And you talk about me with Coach Chrissy.
Yeah, I hate to say it. Only based on connectedness. Only based on connections.
I don't see that.
She's brilliant. She's a Penn alum. She is a challenge beast. She almost won her season. Some might say she almost won her season. And but I just see so many people being connected.
Okay. Who you got, Jackery?
So my pick's different than both of you guys.
Oh.
I've got Camilla.
Huh?
Look at the graphic.
Throw it away. Don't do that.
Oh, so y'all could pick Coach and Chris. So here's my thing.
Okay.
First and foremost, this season's coming in hot off of 48. They all just watched 48. You've got a 3 from 48, Joe, Camilla, and Kyle. Kyle's going to be a big target because he literally just won before they got out there. And Camilla's going to be seen as sort of his right-hand guy or right-hand girl, I guess you could say. And so I feel like people who maybe want to target Kyle or just break up a duo, because duos a lot of times easy winners at war. Jeremy and Natalie. Natalie gets targeted first to break up a duo. Granted, they're on the same tribe. Camilla and Kyle not on the same tribe. Also, you look at this tribe. Camilla can hold her own in challenges, but they've got Chrissy, they've got Dee, they've got a lot of strong women on this tribe, not to mention Jonathan and Charlie. And so this is, I feel like if they're going for strength, which, if Jonathan gets his hands on this tribe, Jonathan coach, they want the Warriors, you know what I mean? And my last thing is Camilla on 48. She did so well because I think she leaned into sort of her unassuming appearance and was able to use that to really develop some great social bonds while being very sneakily cutthroat. But now everybody who just watched that magic that she had out the first time, I'm a little bit worried that her biggest strength is now kind of been exposed. So I'm a little worried that's going to leave her as sort of a worrisome piece in the game for everybody else. So that's why I can see her getting targeted early.
Jack, I made the mistake of when we predicted early boots for her season. Predicting she would be an early boot, and I hated to do it because that's my Guyanese sister, and I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it again.
Fair enough. Maybe I'm making the same mistake. You never know. So
prove this man wrong, Camilla.
Okay. And then we're going for our third boots for the pink reddish tribe. And this is an interesting one. For me, I am going with, I'm going Q third boot. Again, I like now again, I love Q, but I do worry Q has kind of sort of become like one of the new faces of the new era of Survivor in these most recent years. And Q is a crazy player. He's known to kind of go hot to cold, flip the script. And I just worry that Q will proceed himself on this tribe. And I could see him being an early target. I don't want him to go, but I could see Q being an early target. And so I just, I think Quintavious could be the third boot.
I hate you for that.
I'm just saying, because, sometimes in the comments, people be saying they congratulate Jack for giving his honest opinion. They say me and Wendell can't be honest because
fair enough.
We throw parties and we're friends with the people. I'm offering you a friend as the third boot. I will say, ain't nothing wrong with the third boot, though. Okay. Legends are made.
I'm less surprised that you're calling out a friend and more you're just manifesting a bad timeline right now. If Coach and Q go out early, it's just going to hurt.
Throw the season away.
Wendell, who do you have?
Okay. I will say that I have this tribe being 4 old school, 4 new school. Okay, so it's kind of tied, but I have Aubrey going out third.
Another woman? Dang, Wendell.
Because of Q.
Oh.
Because remember, Q name dropped Aubrey. And, I just think that he's going to find a way. And I think now it could be the other way around. Brice, you said Q. I can't wait to see the two of them have any kind of conversation. And they will probably have a conversation about what he said during his season. And it's going to be hilarious. And Survivor might flash back to that scene. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to watch.
That will be.
Can you pull the tribe back up for me real quick, Brice?
I got you, Jack.
So I'm going a different direction, although I am excited to see this Q Aubrey situation come to a boiling point, and my pick might surprise some people. Here's my initial feelings about this tribe. I feel like Rizzo. Well, you can leave the tribe. Buddy.
Oh, sorry. Well, okay, sorry.
I feel like Rizzo, Q, and Kyle are going to get along really well. New era guys, all younger, fun. I feel like those two can handle Q's chaos a little bit. I also feel like a Genevieve and an Aubrey and maybe a Stephanie could also get along. But I do feel like some of the real old schoolers here, Colby and Stephanie, I feel like they stick out a little bit. They're old schoolers, but they're also just a little bit older than the rest of this crew. But my pick is actually going to be Colby.
Huh?
That's right.
Not Jack. Not you taking out who I thought you'd be rooting for.
No. He's not on my top of my rooting list, and that's nothing personal. But yeah, I just feel like with the dynamic of this group, I don't know if he's gonna really have anyone that he's gonna find a lot of common ground with. Like I don't know if Colby and Rizgod are gonna have things they can really bond over. Colby and Q, and then
They will.
What's up?
Q and Colby can jive.
I think Colby and Kyle will jive.
Maybe. And then again, I don't know, like Colby and like Aubrey, I don't really see a connection there. And so I don't know. It's a hot take, but I just think I'm a little bit worried for Colby. And he's been out of the game for a long time. In 20, he struggled a little bit. I'm expecting him to come in with a like ready to play with a better attitude than he had in 20, but I still worry that maybe the game is evolved past his comfort level a little bit.
Okay. So we got Jack with his third boot picks to Savannah, Camilla, and Colby. Yeesh.
Woo!
Wendeezy has an all-woman alliance for the third boot. He's got Aubrey, Savannah, and Chrissy. And I am bringing it home with Coach Q and Jenna.
Wow. So next up, we got the most likely to start an argument on their tribe. And I don't know about you guys. I know we really only had to pick one person. I'm calling my shot for each of these. I picked both people that are going to be arguing.
Oh.
So, I don't know if we want to reverse the order with one. I'm happy to start it off.
You can pop it off, Jack.
Yeah. So I went. Can you pull up the tribe again real quick? Sorry.
Jack, he's ready to put your image up. He's
Okay.
not ready to put the tribe up.
Okay, I'll go back. I'll go
No,
back.
it's okay.
guys.
You're right. So, I mean, I feel like Joe, Christian, Ozzy, Suri, and Jenna all fairly chill people. Like they're not really known for getting into arguments. And that leaves Rick, Emily, and Savannah. Rick's a big personality, but you might recall from both from 49 and 45 that Savannah and Emily were in no shortage of arguments with other people. And so for that reason, I think that Emily and Savannah, I could see them gelling, but I could also see them butting heads. And so I think just to call my shot, I feel like they might butt heads where Savannah's going to say something and Emily's going to be like, well, to push back on that. And then they're going to get into a little bit of an argument.
That's a good one. That's a good combo right
Give
there.
me Emily Flippin winning this bout.
I mean, I don't know. You saw Savannah and MC with the keys. I don't know. But this would be an interesting argument or disagreement. I would sign up for that one. I think for this one, know that Sari and Jenna have played before. And I know that Sari kind of did Jenna a little dirty the last time that they played. And I know in some preseason press, Jenna has said that if she gets the opportunity to snipe Sari, she would. So I'm going Jenna and Sari, the first to start an argument or create a disagreement.
Wow. You've been doing your preseason research.
I've been,
hey.
I podcast with this guy named Jack, and he's pretty savvy.
That's a good call.
That would be a battle of the old schoolers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wendell, how about you?
Well, Jack, we have some things in common. I'm gonna throw Emily Flippin in there, but I have her arguing, and I have Ozzy in the mix.
Oh.
So I have a little. Ozzy, I don't think he's gonna hold any punches, and we know Emily Flippin won't either. So, I got one of these two or both of them getting into it.
Okay.
Who wins?
Who wins? Well,
Emily
that's a
Flippin.
good question. That's a really good question. I don't have it. I don't have a dog in that fight. Nope.
Sure.
I don't got it.
You would think maybe Emily wins the argument, but with Ozzy's athleticism, it's like, sometimes people will win the argument, still go home. Is the thing.
That's true.
Okay.
You could be right and sitting on Ponderosa.
So my next pick, and I think that these two are going to have a love-hate relationship. They're going to quarrel like a married couple, I feel like. And some days they're going to be best of friends. Some days they're going to be like, what are you doing? And that's going to be Coach and Mike White. You can see Mike White is going to love Coach as like a character and get along with Coach.
Yes.
They're storytellers. But then Coach is going to be like doing something ridiculous before Tribal. And Mike's like, Coach, we need to get over here. We need to strategize, Coach. And Coach is going to be doing Tai Chi on the beach. And I just see something like that unfolding. I think that's going to be, I'm very excited if something like that happens to see this relationship.
Coach is going to be on White Lotus.
Yeah.
100%.
Coach is Sari. As long as it's Coach is Sari, I don't care. Yes. I definitely could see that. For me, or you want to go, Wendell?
I'll go.
Okay.
Jack, it seems as though we have some things in common. I only have one pick, and I'm going with Mike White. Okay, Mike White is going to get spicy with somebody out there, and it's going to be great to watch. Mike White, he's good at this TV thing, and I think he knows he's competing, but he's making a good TV show, and I'm here for it.
Do you think he'll keep a lot of that feistiness in his confessionals, or do you think it's going to, bleed out into those in-person interactions?
I think his confessionals are going to be absolute gold, and I think he will have moments where he's spicy with somebody.
Sure,
I can see that. I see that. Okay, well, unlike y'all, I went an independent route, and hear me out. So I got Chrissy and Charlie.
What?
And again, I feel like Charlie is not healed from Maria doing them dirty, and I could see maybe Charlie potentially right, like not wanting to work with Chrissy, and not like Charlie being mean, but I could just see like Charlie kind of staying away from that, and that sort of causing a rift. And I could see potentially Chrissy being like, is there an issue? Is there a problem? So I just, I'm just trying to use what I know from past seasons.
I didn't think, Brice, you're looking at all this on another level right now, Brice. So I like the thought of that, because there's a lot of similarities between Maria and Chrissy, and maybe Charlie will be a little scarred by Maria and not want to work with an older woman. And I feel like Chrissy might sense that. And like you said, she might come over and be like, is there a problem, Charlie?
Right.
I think I see them two working together. I feel like they know each other. I feel like they might have been at one of our events in Boston hanging.
Definitely. Yeah. When Chris, that is true.
But they're both like really high level thinkers, and I could see them on the same page. I could see that. So I don't see them beefing.
I wonder, maybe that's a down the line thing where maybe they're working together and Charlie's like, I can't go far with her because I don't want to have the same
Maria.
Results. Interesting. Cool. And then my last pick for this category, we already talked about it. You guys might have something similar. It's going to be Q and Aubrey. Not only for the reasons of when Q brought up Aubrey on 46, I'm sure there'll be some discussion there. but I feel like they're also just both outspoken personalities that are very different. And I don't think that they'll like necessarily not get along, but I could totally see each of them doing things that rubs the other the wrong way. Maybe when they call each other out, it's friendly or sort of friendly. Like, I don't know if they'll like really fight, but I think that I can see them both finding the other one to be kind of ridiculous and not get along because of that.
I could see that. Wendeezy, who you got?
Jack, you and I are on the same page here. Okay. I got Q and Aubrey as well. And like you said, I see them having some words, but then piecing it up and acting like it's cool. But both of them wanting the other one out of there, and maybe even going in confessionals and talking about each other. Especially, I'm interested to see what Aubrey has to say about Q in confessionals. But I see them acting like it's all good, but really both of them wanting the other person off the island.
Well, clearly I am the only independent thinker here on this podcast because I have Aubrey and Q, and I think like y'all, but I don't think they're going to hide it. And Aubrey's, I believe it might have been with Dalton Ross. Aubrey was bringing up the receipts. Aubrey was talking about it. I think, and also she had voted. They said, who's the first person you will want out? She put Q. And we know Aubrey's history. She's kind of been screwed over the last 2 times that Aubrey has played. And I feel like Aubrey's going to come back and she's going to have 0 Fs to give. And I think she's going to call it like she sees it. And I think Aubrey is going to check Quintavious near a structure as soon as she can. So that's, I mean, so yeah, I don't think Aubrey's gonna be nice. I could see Aubrey bringing the heat, and
I hope so.
With her bringing the heat,
agree.
Q gonna bring the Q, and Q's gonna find that fun and entertaining. And I feel like it's going to be something to watch.
Totally
gold.
So I'm excited for it.
Look at us all agreeing.
I know.
So now we get into the general phase where we're picking kind of our overall picks for the remaining categories. We're not going tribe by tribe.
I still think we have one more tribe by tribe of the first to go. Is it idol hunting?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Come on, Jack.
Oh, my fault. My
that's
fault.
superlative.
Yep.
My bad. Wendell, as someone who's found an idol before, would you like to start this category off?
I will gladly start this category off with the Orange Tribe. I got my boy, good friend, the one and only Rick Devins, looking for an idol and finding one. And he's Rick Devins. The man is a player, and yeah, that I got him.
I can see that. I love cousin Ricky and Rick Devins, but sometimes I forget. And why I love TikTok is because they run old clips. And I forgot that on Ron Clark's or David versus Goliath, I forgot that Ron Clark got that advantage. I forgot he cut the thing off. I forgot. I remember the meltdown as to why like Rick was upset, but I forgot all the things that preceded it, and I forget how nasty my guy Rick got, but it was like a scary nasty in the sense of if I had to return with Rick. And so like I say all that to say that I can see Rick being like, I'm not playing these games. I'm going out here, I'm moving and I'm shaking.
Didn't he say like, you're trying to embarrass me in front of my kids?
He's a showman for sure.
Wait a minute, Brice, was Rick at Ron Clark Academy last year? Are they cool?
Know.
Are they cool?
He definitely wasn't at Ron Clark.
I hope they cool.
I don't know, but I don't know why I know her. Every time I think of Rick Clark, I think of the hometown that he's from, Macon,
Georgia.
Is it Georgia? I thought it was like Macon, Maryland.
Georgia.
Oh,
it's like an hour from the A.
Oh,
that's why he teaches there. Bryce, you want to
Okay.
go next?
Yes, I believe I have my girl Savannah going idol hunting. I feel like they won't know that she won, but I feel like they will know that she is. She can't lie and say she from season 40. Well, I mean, I feel like she could maybe get away. I, I do feel like Savannah could tell Coach and Kobe she was on season 43, and they would be like, yeah. But I feel like my girl is coming back. She won. She has a lot going on. And so I could see my girl out there, Savannah, looking for an idol, and I wouldn't be mad.
I can see her looking for one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think out of like fear or just
Yeah, like just the newest person here, like playing with her. It would behoove her, in my opinion, to just like, hey, let's go for it, because there's no way if y'all go to tribal, there's just no way your name is not coming up that first tribal, right? So it's just like, let me stop playing and let me start digging.
And that might also push them to go for her even harder.
Right.
Yes.
But at that point, you just got to commit.
Yeah.
So for my pick, I agree with kind of the analysis you guys both gave. But my thinking is all these notorious idol hunters or more aggressive players coming in right away, they might be a little bit like, I don't want to be the guy or the girl who's going and looking for stuff and putting a target on my back. So I think it's going to be someone a little bit unsuspecting. I'm going with Ozzy.
Oh.
Because to me, Ozzy, you know, he's a jungle boy. He's going to be out there gathering wood and like materials and resources and doing all that stuff. And so I think while he's doing that, in which everybody expects Ozzy to be doing, he might be like, well, let me look in this tree and see if there's an idol. So I think that's one of those things for Ozzy day one. And he's found idols before that it'll just kind of naturally work for him. Whereas other people, I think they'd be scared, like, oh, if I go off too long, like people are going to think I'm looking.
Mm-hmm. I hear that. The one thing that not worries me because I'm excited for Ozzy, but if y'all remember, like the last time Ozzy played, there wasn't that fire that we had saw. And a lot of people online were criticizing Ozzy's, I don't want to say enthusiasm, but like his gameplay and decisions, right? And like people were saying that like it just as if his passion ran out. And so I am curious to see what type of energy Ozzy comes back with. And you're saying, I like Jack, because that kind of gives me hope that it's like his engine has started again. And he's like, I'm not playing. So I am curious to see, because again, because I do a lot of scrolling. And again, shout out to a lot of these TikTok creators that I don't know who they are, but they do a lot of think tanks. And I kept seeing, people comparing Ozzy to the last time that he had played. So that is interesting take, Jack. So I hope that Ozzy is out there looking for idols. I hope tell him where to start.
Because I was one of the ones when season 50 cast dropped, when we did a recap, I said I was like kind of a non-factor on Game Changers, but I'm hoping maybe a little bit time away from the game now. Maybe he'll come back revived, ready, like hungry again,
Yeah.
So. Hope so.
Okay.
For the Teal tribe?
The Teal tribe?
I have Charlie looking for idols. Yeah. So I think he's going to be out there looking. And yeah, that's what I got. Let's look at this Teal tribe.
I could see it. I mean, Jonathan, Mike White, Charlie, Coach, Chrissy, Tiff, Camilla D. With this tribe, I could see them doing just a group hunt.
Yeah, I don't mind the Charlie pick just because I feel like the other guys, I don't necessarily see like Colby and Coach going out. And then Mike White on his first season, episode 1, gets caught looking for idols and not put a target on his back right away. So I feel like Mike's going to be like, I am not looking for idols. Like, but I mean, I'll go into my pick. I'm more towards the women on this tribe, and this is one I'm going D.
Oh.
And that's more so because I think this is a I'm looking out of concern type of move. Although looking at this tribe, I do think D has some people she'll get along with. But as one of two winners, I think she'll definitely have a target on her back, and she'll know that. And maybe she'll be like, "Hey, I gotta go look a little bit for this thing."
Yeah. And she's the only winner on her tribe. So definitely, I think
One of three winners. Sorry,
yeah.
only one on the tribe.
So for me, I went Charlie again, like Wendell. I could just I see my man leaving no stone unturned, and I feel like we're going to get a different Charlie this season. And I think Charlie's going to be at it, and so I definitely could see Charlie on this tribe, and especially with like Jonathan, Mike White, Coach, like these big personalities. And Charlie has a personality, but I could just I could see Charlie wanting to get the party started. So I for sure could see my man Charlie out there. And then I believe it's the pink tribe.
On the red tribe,
The
I have
red.
the one and
It's
only
purple. It's like purple, right? It's like pink purple.
purple pink. On the last tribe, I have the man, the myth, the legend, the RIZGOD baby, going looking for idols, because that's what he's gonna do. We know this guy to be a flashy player, and the RIZGOD Riz God baby is gonna go looking for idols. That's what I got.
Yeah. I'll just say I'll piggyback off that. I also got Rizzo. I don't know, fresh off his season, I don't know if Rizzo's going to come in, like really dial in and be like, damn, I played crazy. I'm playing with the legends now. I got to play a little bit more, straightforward. Or he might be like, all right, like in his own words on 49, he was aura farming. He might come and be like, I'm on 50. I'm going to do just whatever I need to do to be in the mix and make my presence known and be the man, the myth, the legend. And so I'm going to lean that he's going to go towards that, where especially coming hot off a season, you come back. I feel like maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm playing with house money at this point. A lot of other people, they've been waiting years for this. For him, he's like, I played crazy. I'm just going to go back and just have fun with it. I'm playing with legends. This is like a good time. And also given what we talked about earlier, him being one of those unknown sort of faces from 49, which nobody's seen, I can see it quickly, him being like, I might be in trouble. Let me go look for an idol. Brice, you're muted, I think.
See, I disagree. I disagree with that, right? I do like the house money, the gambling reference, although no one on this podcast gambles. But I feel like Savannah's going to come back with that energy. I think Rizzo getting as close as he did, I feel like we might get a new type of Rizzo. I feel like Rizzo he might see what he could do, might see where he could fit in, I don't know. So I don't foresee Rizzo making I can see him making big moves, but I could see him cautiously. So I don't see him per se idol hunting, right? Because I feel like he almost won. So I feel like I went with my girl Angelina. And I feel like I was talking with Wendell the other day, and it reminded me, Angelina is iconic. And I was doing some rewatches of David versus Goliath, and I kind of forgot how chaotic Angelina was in the best possible way. I forgot Angelina was an agent of chaos. And I just foresee Angelina doing what she can do to make this go round different for her. So I could see my girl Angelina out there looking for these idols. And so we got.
It would be interesting to watch Angelina go hunting for an idol. But yeah, It'll be she's hilarious to watch. So I think she's gonna give us good TV no matter what she's doing out there, whether she's looking for an idol, whether she's in a challenge. You remember that challenge where she had to grab on the ropes and she was like pulling on the one with her neck?
That's a gift that still gets pulled. Yes, see, that's what I mean. I forget how amazing Angelina is. We just always in my mind, I just categorize her as just this legend, but I forget that in the best possible way. Angelina is like this goofy, fun, crazy, and I'm here for it.
She's TV gold. I'd almost venture to say, Brice, like there are so many players on this season that you can take and throw it on traders immediately.
Oh yeah.
Like put her out there. Put
Q out there.
Q out there. Q immediately. Kyle will be really sharp out there.
Mike White.
Yeah. So I think this is a good coach.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Absolutely.
is a great yeah. So, yeah.
So we have just the Idol Hunters tribe by tribe. When DZ has Rick, Rizzo, and Charlie. Brice Izyah has Savannah, Angelina, and Charlie. And Jackery has Rizzo, D, and Ozzy. Which I can see. All right. Well, listen, let's get into our individual picks. And this one, we are drafting the whole tribalina. So everybody is free game. I'm just trying to go back and get everybody the photo so y'all can we know who we're talking about here. So everybody is up for grabs, and I think one of our first and honorable superlatives we'll pass the mic to Wendeezy for the first merge boot of season 50, this is very significant because this is a monumental season, and our first merge boot at the last monumental season was Wendell Holland. So Wendeezy, who do you have as your first merge boot?
This is a monumental season, and there's no such thing as a first merge boot. It's just a merge.
There is.
Merge. You're at the merge, and it's whoever's the boot. The boot at the merge is the merge boot. So, with that being said, in this season, I'm looking, and so this happens sometimes. They look for all eyes can be on one big scary target. And in this season, I think there is one person that stands out more than everybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and say Jonathan as my merge boot.
That is not what you put.
Fine. You know what? I'm going to change it right now on Audible. This person stands out because he's so sharp and witty and smart. I'm going to go ahead and say Charlie because my man did the wrong graphic. So Charlie,
I didn't do no wrong graphic.
But I'm going to welcome you with open arms as the merge boot because it is an esteemed honor to be the merge boot.
Okay.
So I got it.
All right, you got 2 picks. That's cool. That's cool. I am going to say, it pains me to say because I'm rooting for this guy to maybe go all the way. I'm going to say Rick Devin.
Oh, Jesus. Not cousin Ricky.
And the reason I'm going to say that is he's a target, maybe not the biggest target, but he loves the showmanship of Survivor. Like he's going to make moves. He's going to play hard. I feel like even if he knows he shouldn't play hard, he's going to play hard. And he's good in challenges. And so I think his tribe early on is going to do quite well. But I do think he's going to be a target. So I could see him getting to the merge. When Rick Devins is around, like people, he draws attention, and I can see him drawing that attention on himself as someone who plays hard, can find idols, does well in the challenges. And so that's why I think he'll get to the merge, but he'll be a target and could be that first merge boot.
Okay. I could see it. I'd hate to see it as well, but I could see it. Well, I have for my first merge boot, I've got Kyle Frazier. Again, I did this to look with Rob. Kyle got 2 thumbs out. That's crazy work
I
to
saw
me.
that clip. That was a funny clip.
But Kyle is extremely likable, educated, smart, gets along with a lot of people, and one of 2 winners out here. And I do think Kyle has what it takes to make the merge. And I think once we get to the merge, I feel like they will start reason to get rid of somebody. And one of the reasons could be you've already won. So I could see them targeting my guy, Kyle Frazier. So I could see him.
I think it would be commendable performance if he even gets to the merge move, because he's going to have a target on him for sure.
That's very true. All right. And so then our second category in the group tribe is the most underrated threat.
Yes, and I hope Brice got the graphics right this time, because I'm gonna say without wavering, the most underrated threat to me is Dr. Christian Hubicki. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell us why.
On his season, there were a lot of eyes on this brilliant, super fast puzzle man, the man who stood up there for 6 hours talking to Jeff while he watched Alec crumble next to him. There were a lot of eyes on Christian. They got to the point where they're like, we got to get this guy out. But that was 6-7 years ago. Now he's had the time. There's a lot of players that have played after him that are going to be out there. And so now I think this man with so much personality and charisma and all of that will be kind of, I think there are a lot more targets ahead of him now. You got a lot more big personalities. You got a lot of stuff. So I'll say Dr. Christian Hubicki is a very, very scary, underrated threat.
My only qualm is I don't know if he's underrated. Okay. That's my only qualm.
That's your only what?
Qualm.
Brice, who you got?
Well, this one was interesting for me. And so I had to think long and hard about who I wanted to pick, because underrated threat for me is like, and again, it's one of the superlatives Jack threw out. So, and when we was in the group message, it was taking me a long time to understand some things, and I didn't want to go back and forth. So I just went for my own interpretation, because I'm like, okay, an underrated threat. Are they really a threat? If they underrated or so, but I, again, took it from the perspective of Jack. And so for me, an underrated threat is somebody that could potentially win, but people don't see them as winning. Right? So that's kind of the way that I took it. And so my underrated threat is Jonathan. Now, I don't want to start this season off not crazy, because again, I kept saying to myself, I'm gonna leave Jonathan alone. But again, the more and more I see these photos, and the more I see how massive Jonathan is. So I try to keep Jonathan away. But this is what I will say, right? Since Jonathan has left the island from his first season, Jonathan has been waiting for this call to come back. I've had the opportunity to talk to Jonathan a couple of times, and Jonathan kept like asking me, like, have they ever called you back? I'm waiting. I'm like Jonathan has been waiting. I know that Jonathan's been making connections. We know that Jonathan is strong. I know that Jonathan has been training. And so I think we know that Jonathan is a physical threat, but I think Jonathan might come back and have a social game together. I think he might have practiced 1 or 2 Sudoku puzzles. I think Jonathan might be a threat. And especially looking at the landscape of this game, seeing the Joes, seeing the Kyle, seeing the Kobe's, I think that this might be the type of environment that Jonathan can do very well in.
He's definitely a threat.
But I see your interpretation, Brice, because he is, on paper, looks like a threat. But also, if I was going out there, he's physical, but he wasn't the most social. He wasn't the most strategic. So I'd sort of be like, well, he's strong. I'm going to keep him around because I don't think he's necessarily going to win. But maybe if everybody thinks that, then he can win. You know what I mean? So I use sort of you're right. The way most underrated threat, there's a lot of ways to interpret it. To me, I think there's some people that are very underrated, but if everyone kind of knows you're underrated, then are you still underrated?
Right.
Like for me, my girl Tiffany Nicole Irvin, probably coming in very underrated, but I feel like everyone was like, yo, she's the most slept on. So then you're not slept on anymore. So my pick is Genevieve, who I feel like people, well, Wendell was surprised there. I feel like people I feel like she fits that underrated, but I remember the talk being like she's underrated, but people know that she's underrated. But then if everyone then knows you that you're underrated and are like thinking about you, do you become underrated again? That's sort of my thing. So to me, she's very much like a Kim Spradlin to me, where, you know, Winners at War, she came in as a threat, but she just got along so well with people and maneuvered really well that she was able to make it far. Kim wasn't able to ultimately like really get a handle on the game, but I think Genevieve could. So to me, that's an underrated threat.
Okay. I don't see Genevieve as no underrated threat. I see Genevieve as a serial killer. Like
yeah, I don't know. But compared to like, I mean, yeah, maybe some people will see, but I feel like she has that, but is naturally doesn't always give that. So I can see why on the island you like know that, but you also are like, oh, but she's cool. Like,
true.
And
Yeah.
compared to like a Savannah and a D who just won and all like the big sort of alpha outspoken guys, like I can see Genevieve getting in well, but she has she just hasn't been, there's only a few people that haven't been on a season with anybody. She doesn't have any connections directly to anybody. So that could really help or hurt.
Well, unlike the two of you guys, I just disagree. Both of y'all. I don't think that Jonathan is an underrated threat. I think he's a big threat. And I don't think that Genevieve is an underrated threat. I think she's a big threat.
Well, where do you think she ranks on like the threats list?
And you think Christian is an underrated threat?
Yes.
He's the smartest man out there. That's not underrated.
Well,
we all have our own interpretations.
Right.
That's true.
But that's the thing, to each person too, and the whole cast probably has their own interpretations. So when you think someone's if you think someone's underrated, then in that way, that almost makes them not underrated anymore. It's the people that maybe are just like properly rated. Maybe you're like, I'm worried about it's like in The Office when Dwight's like, they're like doing a murder mystery. It's like, it's never the person you most suspect. It's never the person you least suspect. It's always the person you most medium suspect. And I think that can be true about Survivor winners too.
I'll take
that should have been a superlative. We'll have to add it for 51.
the most medium suspect. All right. Now,
speaking of threats.
Now it's the biggest target. Y'all might as well just take the people you just named and put them for this one.
No.
Well, I'm going to say my biggest targets are the winners. And if you think about the most recent winner.
Who are the winners that won this season?
If you think about the most recent winner, it's Savannah. That's the most recent winner.
How many winners do we have, though?
3.
I don't. Okay, because you said 2
3?
earlier, Buzz.
D, Kyle, and Savannah.
Okay, there are 3.
Okay.
Okay. So, but if I'm thinking about the winners who all just won recently, I'm thinking about the most recent winner, Savannah. I think she's the biggest target out there, especially since you don't know her game. I am sure all of them are going out there knowing she won this game.
You think so?
I absolutely think so, and I don't think she can lie around it.
I don't know.
I don't think that they know that she won.
But do you think maybe she has to be honest out of the fear that people do know, so that she can't be like caught lying?
If they don't know, they gonna know.
Because it's like really anyone from her cast, but the thing, if anyone from her cast didn't mess with her or whatever, and I'm sure people hit up her cast to be like, who won, by the way?
Especially Q.
Yeah. And if you're someone who was not a Savannah, if you were like a Christina and you weren't a Savannah fan, maybe you'd be like, Savannah won. And then if she gets out there and tries to lie, then maybe it's like if someone catches you lying, that could really hurt you. I don't know.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, I could see it. I have Queen Mother as the biggest threat, the biggest target. Sari is the face of the franchise. Okay, y'all say Boston Rob. I don't know that man. I know Sari Fields. Sari has won Traders. She's the biggest. When you think of Survivor, right? You think of Sari, and so we all know. You don't trust Survivor when you go. You don't trust Sari when you go out there because they said like she can get in. And so I just feel like everyone is going to be saying that about Sari, even though she's the best Survivor to yet win. I think she's going to be target number one on everyone's list. And I hope Mother is able to do what she needs to do to seal the deal. She didn't do it on AU versus the world. And now we bringing it back to Survivor 50. And I'm just hoping Mother does what she needs to do. But I definitely think Sari has the biggest target on her back out there.
And how beautiful is she in that photo?
Mother's eating down, pigtails and all. Okay. And you know when Sari Fields got micro braids and pigtails and the baby hair's laid, watch on out.
It's interesting. With Sari has such an aura that it's like, it's hard to target her. Like to even bring, like you would know she's a big huge target, but I would never be like the one to say her name. You know what I mean? I feel like she's shown time and time again, and she just has such like a mist on. I mean, we saw it on AU versus the world. Like she'll have people that are like, "I'm your biggest fan. I love you. I'll do whatever you say. Like I'm never gonna vote you out, even though you should vote her out." My pick, similar logic to Wendell, but the Savannah situation a little blurrier in my mind. So I'm going the most recent winner that they are aware of, that they just watched play a very strong game. So I'm going with Kyle. Yep. Now, he's very charismatic, great social game, and his gameplay wasn't like chaotic in your face necessarily. Like he was a pretty loyal guy. So I'm hoping as a Kyle fan that he's able to maneuver through that threat level and just make some good bonds with people. Like I said, I can see him teaming up with like a Q and a Rizzo, and I'm hoping he does damage. But I think without a doubt, you look on paper who a big target is, the guy who just won, who also has Joe and Camilla in the game, who he was very close with both. So
very true. Yeah. And will Camilla stay faithful? Will Joe, I feel like Joe Hunter's out here. We know he played the loyalty and trust last season. He might come out here and flip the script. So that is I can see that a lot. Now we have the craziest move. Who do we think is going to be out here doing the craziest moves and things? Wendeezy?
I have the agent of chaos. This man did a lot of unpredictable things during his season. I hope Brice got the graphics right. It's my man Q. And then I also had Rick Devens. So I got both. I think both of them can do some craziness. You never know what to expect when you have Q out there or when you have Rick out there. Q tried to quit the game 72 times and he couldn't even do it. Rick Devens, he's the most athletic, non-athletic looking person I know. The man, he just has a way of being good at stuff. And I think the two of them are going to make some crazy moves.
Yeah, I was between this, and I think my first instinct was to go with Q, but I felt like now that people know his antics are so extreme, maybe that'll sort of limit his opportunity to do crazy stuff. Whereas Rick, it's been a minute, and like I said, Rick loves the showmanship, and this is sort of why I said he might be the merge boot, is because he is the type for me that would attempt to make the craziest moves. So that's why Rick is my pick. That's why I love Rick Devens. And he's a Q at top, like Q's social game sometimes all over the place. Rick has a pretty good social game where I can see him actually making the connections And I feel like there's a lot of people in this season that take big swings, but I feel like with the pressure of 50, some people early on especially might be like, let me settle in a little bit. Rick's the type of guy, I feel like you put the ball in his hands with the game on the line, like he's not passing it. He's going to shoot his shot. It might work, it might not, but he's not going to be afraid to make a splash.
I can't disagree with that. Put the balls in my hand and listen. Okay, I'm not going to pass it either. So I'm with that, and I can absolutely see that. For me, I decided to go with the brains behind. Wait, how it go?
The brains of the operation.
The brains of the operation, and I felt like in this player's previous season, this player was pitching things that like could have flipped the game, but the person that they were working with decided to play down the middle. And now I feel like this season, I feel like my girl Camilla could have the opportunity to play the game that she wanted to play and come up with the crazy ideas that now she could play her own game. And now she has the wherewithal to know the people that she has played with, how they'll operate. So I feel like my girl Camilla could be coming up with some crazy moves and she'll be able to attempt them. And she's smart enough and she knows how the game works. And so silent, but she like a silent but deadly fart. Okay. And we know how those go.
Compare Camilla to a silent but deadly fart.
I'm just saying, you might not see her coming around, but all of a sudden is there a dead mouse in here? Okay, boom, it's too late.
Okay, and that brings us home to our final superlative of the draft. Could say it's the most important one. It's our winner pick.
Yes.
Now,
it's only right we start with a winner to make a winner pick.
Sure.
Go ahead, Jack.
and when, like, guys, do you go more with straight logic, or how much does your heart come into play with a winner pick for 50?
In my case, if Brice got the graphic right and picked the first person I wrote down, because you better not put all four of them down.
Four.
If Brice got the graphic right, I went straight with my heart. The person that I want to win this season, the one and only Tiffany. We love Tiffany over here. We want Tiffany to take home that $1 million. Went with my heart. Tiffany, you got my heart.
I agree. Tiffany is a real one. I'm going to go. I follow my heart, follow my intuitions, and I went with Tiffany as my winner pick.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Jack, looking at this, she is the underrated threat, right? Like we see her in her season. She's smart. She's loyal. She had to deal with Q. Like she's got it. I feel like she can work with anybody. I could see Tiffany winning. I mean, obviously my real winner pick is Sari, but every time I pick Sari as a winner pick, she don't win. So I didn't want to pick Sari. So I picked my girl Tiffany. And listen, it's Black History Month. And so I would love to crown a brown skin girl. Now, Jack, who you got? Now I feel like, because I don't know, but I feel like if I'm just going past histories the last 7 times, I'm going to assume it's a man.
Well,
Jack, remember the month.
Didn't I pick Savannah last season?
And I'm going to assume it's a man, and I'm probably going to say he's white.
Didn't I pick Savannah last season?
You were spoiled.
I was not spoiled. I had inkling. I didn't know, but you know, with the 50 presence tipped me off. But,
just go ahead and say Kobe.
No, it's not.
Go ahead and say Rizzo.
R-I-Z-G-O-D, baby.
No. You might be right about the ethnicity but no. I don't know if it's who you
Charlie.
Oh yeah, Charlie. Okay. Say who you got, Jack. Because
I've got my man. No, you guys named like everybody, but I got my man Christian Hubicki.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
And I
Well,
feel like
what-
that's not the typical archetype. I love, you know,
I mean,
and I'm happy to say I've got some friends on this cast, and I'm very excited. I'm going to be rooting for. I don't know Christian that well, but I met him a few times. Lovely guy. One of my favorite Survivor players ever. And that's where my heart comes in. Is like, I can't not root for my guy Christian. But it was partly heart, partly mind, because to me, kind of what you said in why you thought he was an underrated threat, Wendell, I agree with all those things. I wouldn't go so far to say he's like fully underrated. But like you said, he's a big personality who in David vs. Goliath was playing a great game, but everyone was like, it's Christian. We have to get him out. That could be a concern because he's so lovable, but there's also so many other big targets here and there's going to be a lot of chaos with the personalities in this cast that I see Christian maybe playing like a Cochran-esque game where he comes back a little bit nerdier, but lovable and they went out at like a similar time in their first seasons too, right? Didn't Cochran get like 7th on South Pacific? Is that right? And Christian got 7th in David vs. Goliath. Christian, I think, could come back. Overall, I think everyone's going to love him. He's going to be great at the puzzles. So an asset and challenges, he should be all right early. And then you get to the merge, there's going to be a lot of big personalities, a lot of big targets. And I think Christian's smart enough and social enough that he'll be able to time his moves up and maneuver through all of that. And I think hopefully if he gets to the end, people love him. And he's enough of a target that there's a respect of like, it wasn't an easy road for Christian. He's still a threat. And then, I think his jury speech would be electric. So how do you not vote for Christian? That's why I got my man Christian, but also, rooting for Tiff. I think that's a great pick as well. She's triple threat. And again, like I think she's very underrated. But when you look at this cast of like, I remember back when the cast dropped, it's like, who's underrated, but also really good at the game that could win? Like Tiffany is that. And so I worry that people out there are going to be like, she's so underrated that we might actually have to handle that because she's a good player. So, but yeah, shout out to Christian.
Yeah, shout out to Christian, shout out to Tiffany, shout out to the whole cast of Survivor 50. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Your baby boys are back, ready to cover Survivor 50. Join us all season long as we will be diving into each episode as they come out. We'll be talking about it here on the pod. We'll have some guests. We'll be on the road for Brice and Win 50. Tickets are available. Jackery, Wendeezy, thank you as always. We'll see you guys next week. Let us know in the comments what you think, who you offing with, who you vibing with. Keep us posted. This been your Survivor News, the Draft Superlatives.
It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the